welcome to another installment of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast. I am Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner, the crew. We are here in the studio. What's up, guys?
Yep.
Hi.
Nothing much.
Busy
Nothing
week.
much.
Busy week.
It's been a busy
but it
week.
has been
Yeah,
busy.
absolutely.
I feel like, like you said, we always say, it was a busy week, but I
yeah.
mean, we should just know by now that
It's going to be busy.
it's going to be busy every
busy,
single
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad you guys you're good, you're healthy, you guys are,
I am
you, Kyle.
healthy.
we're smiling, we're bouncing, we're living life, live, laugh, love, like always.
Okay. Kyle.
Laugh, love,
Kyle's in a
man.
good mood today.
I know.
Kyle's
Why
like-
are you so happy?
I had a
What's-
Sprite with lunch today. I'm feeling
Okay,
the
all right. It
juice.
was
My
the
root
Sprite,
beer didn't
Kyle.
hit like
Yeah, I
that.
was feeling nice and jittery right now.
man.
So without further ado, let's get into the show.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're going to start things off here at home in the islands over in Manoa. This past couple weeks has been really big for Timmy Chang and the UH football team, I'd have to say. We have, in the last week and a half or so, 5 commits
Wow,
in the class
yeah.
of 2024. And I think it's cool because they're all local boys.
Right. I mean, I've just been scrolling Twitter, and all I'm seeing on my timeline is this local boy committed,
Yep.
another local boy
Yep.
committed, which I think is awesome. But I mean, tell us a little bit about each
Yeah,
one. You know?
so first off, the first one to verbally commit about maybe almost 2 weeks ago now was, let me get this name right. I have the sheet right here. Nazea Carvalho, the Kamehameha Kapalama defensive end. So in his junior season last year, he had 22 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. So despite what Kamehameha's record was last year, they didn't win a game, he was a standout player for that defense, and he made the commitment to stay home and play for Timmy Chang in the Brotherhood. A couple other guys staying in the ILH, we have 2 Punahou guys in offensive lineman Tui Muti and edge rusher Alika Kavako Amoy. So a little bit about Tui Muti. He is a dog. He's a big boy. You've gone to some Punahou games last season, Cienna. He's the one with the big hair sticking out the helmet.
I know which one.
Yeah, that's him. So he helped the offense score an average of 39.2 points a game, and an average of 124 on the ground and 280.4 passing yards average. So he helped create a offense that helped get them to the state open final.
Yeah, he protected that quarterback,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Another guy
JK.
who is in Manoa right now, his quarterback, John Kelvin Sangapolatele.
Yep.
The other Punahou kid, Alika, he's an edge rusher, 37 tackles, 5 for loss, 2.5 sacks. So, again, this was a championship caliber team, and these two making the commitment there. You see that hair right there. Boom.
Oh, 37 tackles, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah, 37 tackles
That
off
is
the
always
edge.
a nightmare. I mean,
Yeah.
you and I know, Kyle. I mean, as offensive
Oh, my
linemen,
goodness.
it's just
You
that
guys tell us.
one defensive end, that one
Milani.
defensive tackle. That's just a nightmare matchup,
Yes.
and it's just a dogfight
It's
every
literally-
single game.
Yeah.
You just have to, you got to know, like, whenever you see that that's their guy off the edge and you're playing tackle or guard, you're on an island and you just got to, just lock in and just get ready for a very long 4 quarters. And then St. Louis, we have Noah Wiley. He's another edge rusher. He had 14 tackles, 6 for loss, and 2 sacks. So, St. Louis, like we were saying, kind of a fair weather season for the boys of Kalai Pohaku, but he was another standout guy, a local boy, local talent staying home. And the final one that we were able to see that made an official verbal commitment was Campbell offensive lineman Joshua Tavui. Again, that's another up-and-coming team. They were in the Open Championship. They made it through the OIA Open and to the state tournament. And he helped protect a young quarterback, another Sangapolatele.
Another Sangapolatele.
And this team was kind of on the rise, so he helped the offense average 36.5 points per game, 37 rushing yards, 336.8 passing. So, again, like we were saying, Campbell was kind of that sleeper
There he
team on
is.
the rise. He's a big boy, too.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
He's a
They're
big
all
boy.
big boys.
So, I think Timmy, what this kind of shows is he is kind of attacking the points of need. We were very thin at edge and basically defensive line, if we're going to be honest. So they kind of address that with this class, and then beefing up the offensive line. You lose a couple guys in the next coming years with some seniors leaving the program. So I think these are smart moves, and it's cool. You know, it's kind of him making good on his promise during his intro press conference that he's going to keep the kids here, keep the local boys here, and this is going to be an exciting 2024 class. I think this is really his first true full recruiting class.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's him and his staff going out, and you know they got earlier this year a commitment from Bishop Gorman quarterback Micah Alejado, the lefty out of Vegas who was born here but moved to Gorman. So you know I think this is a pretty good sign for this squad, for this team. You know, obviously we have another season. These kids have one more season in high school to go, but you know I think it's just a good sign to see that you know Timmy's putting in the work, him and his recruiting staff. We've all seen the Twitter posts. Their official visits are legit, going to the beach, the big neon signs.
I like the hidden beach that they have.
They have that hidden beach.
It's a little hidden beach out there.
I know, they're giving them the 5-star treatment, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then all the the photo shoots and whatnot, and the unis.
You gotta love it.
The tinted visors. It's the whole 9 yards, and obviously it's working. So, good signs from the Brotherhood. That was my kind of news of the week, so to speak.
No, that's
good
big
news of the week.
This is big.
Yeah, it's really big for Timmy. I mean, I think one of the things too from last year that we saw was just how the defense needed help. We didn't really have those guys that could get through, and we just we saw offensives just take advantage of
absolutely.
us. So I think this is a good first step into this upcoming season.
Absolutely,
sure.
and I think even in the immediate, what they did for that defense is get depth. They were so thin on defense last year that they needed people to rotate and cycle in because, and
everyone kept getting injured too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. A lot of injuries.
Yeah. And Davis, as an offensive lineman, if you're an O lineman, you're locked in. But sometimes the people you're going against, they'll rotate even mid-series, right? So just to keep their legs fresh. So that was something they lacked, and I think they've been addressing it even through the 2023 signing class and now into 2024. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's almost time for training camp.
Football season.
It's almost football season.
Guys.
That went by quick.
It did go by really quick. Davis, what else we got on the plate?
Well, guys, today is a good day. Today's a good day.
Is it?
Today is a good.
Every day is a good day.
Every day is a good day, but today is especially a good day. I think the last podcast I brought up the Warriors, or you asked me about the Warriors, Cienna.
Every podcast you do, Davis.
Every podcast I do. I'm a big Warriors fan. Today's a good day though because the Warriors are officially getting rid of Poole. Jordan Poole. They're officially getting rid of Poole. It's a massive trade to the Wizards. I'm going to read off the trade really fast.
Tell us.
Yeah, what's the deal looking
The essential trade is Jordan Poole for Chris Paul.
Ooh.
So let me play this up. That's right. We are getting rid of Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. The official trade is Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins, a protected first-round pick in 2030, and a second-round pick in 2027. So that is the official trade
for just Paul.
Do you think
go ahead for Jordan? Wait, what? Just Paul. Just for Chris Paul.
Just for Chris Paul.
Just for Chris Paul. Yeah.
Just for an 80-year-old Chris Paul.
When you look at both Chris Paul versus Jordan Poole, I take Chris Paul.
No, I would too. I think I would move Poole off that roster as well.
Yes.
It's just kind of a lot for one Chris Paul.
I thought.
But hey, he might get his first ring with y'all, so
that might be
true.
It.
So good for him. I like CP3. That's my initial, so I go by that.
Yeah,
CP3.
I do.
I think I'm definitely looking at this trade. I mean, Chris is getting up there. He's getting a little bit older.
He's been up there.
All right, he's been up there a little bit.
He's almost up there.
But aside from the age, one thing that it does worry me a little bit too is just the size of our team. Chris Paul is not the tallest guy in the world.
Yep.
And we're essentially adding another small point guard, another small player to our lineup. And so I think the real question is how do we get that height on our team? We have, Looney at center, but he can't do it all. He can't play the whole time. And I mean, matchup-wise, you go against the Nuggets with the Joker, who's going to be going up against that. And, I mean, even, Celtics are a really big team, too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you match up against all these different teams? And I think that's going to have to be something that we look to in the draft. We look to for future trades, possibly. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I think it's a good. I mean, I think just getting rid of Jordan is a good trade. I mean, we'll see with Chris Paul. We'll see what happens with him.
I mean, they just have to change the last name on the back of the jersey, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't even need to get new numbers, man.
It's exactly that. Yeah.
But yeah, like you mentioned, like I'm sure you're gonna be pretty glued into social media to see what the Warriors do this weekend. The NBA draft going on right now.
It's going on now, huh?
So
yeah, it is going on right now.
I don't know about this trade, guys. If I'm being honest.
I mean, I do agree with Cienna. Like
all
those picks
trade,
and stuff just for CP3. I mean, if anything, maybe like you gotta. If I'm the Warriors, I'm asking the Wizards for a little bit more than just CP3.
It's a lot. I'm not happy with the first and second round picks. Definitely in this trade, I think that's something that I kind of wish didn't happen in a way. Maybe we could have given them Jordan for free. But
Jordan for free. We're just giving away Jordans now.
Just giving away free Jordans.
Just giving away free Jordans. I don't know, guys. I can rant about the Warriors all day, but there is one other trade.
Yeah, let's talk about the trade.
One other trade that was kind of crazy today that happened. It was a three-way trade between a lot of things. So give me a moment. I'm going to pull this up.
Okay, tell us.
Involving primarily this guy, Marcus Smart, one of the key guys for the Celtics. Yep. But I'm going to pull this up really fast, because there's a lot going on in this trade. Okay. So the trade is between the Celtics, Grizzlies, and Wizards.
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
The Celtics.
They were active.
They definitely were. Wizards were making moves.
Okay.
So let's start off with the Celtics. Obviously, getting rid of Marcus Smart, a really big part to the team that has made them very successful. We all know the playoff run that they've had, and it's going to be different. You're not going to be seeing that green hair.
I know. I'm just
probably with the Grizzlies, which is where he's going. So this is a lot to unpack, guys. So let's just talk about the trades really fast. So Celtics are going to get Kristaps Porzingis from the Wizards. They're going to get a number 25 pick in the 2023 draft.
Okay.
A 2024 first-round pick.
Wow.
That was given to the Celtics via the Warriors.
Okay.
Grizzlies, out of all this, are just going to be receiving Marcus Smart.
Oh, my gosh.
But now we're going to the Wizards, who are getting Tyus Jones from the Grizzlies. Danilo Gallinari from the Celtics. Mike Muscala from the Celtics. And a number 35 pick in 2023 from the Celtics. So this is a crazy trade.
That's a lot.
You don't see three-way trades all the time like this. And it's kind of hard to tell who the big winner is. I mean, you have a lot of things going on. You have Porzingis that has been on a roll through, that entire last season. And so you see the Celtics kind of winning this, but then you see the Grizzlies also kind of winning this with Marcus Smart.
Tough, man.
The Wizards are just out here making moves. So
they're making moves for more, if I'm being honest, quantity than quality.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it kind of seems like it.
They're racking up dudes, but they're not the dudes we want.
That's exactly that.
I mean, KP is great. I like KP. The only problem with him is he could get injured at any moment, and he's very injury prone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good idea until he gets hurt, and the Celtics are basically doing what they always do every year.
Oh my goodness. No, but I mean,
that's true.
To your point with the Wizards, like with the quantity talk, they're bulking up on camp bodies, and draft
like
capital.
mid-level guys,
like with the Poole move, and now with this three-way trade,
Tyus Jones.
They have
Tyus Jones,
just roster spots,
and
then they might just be using that to get through the season, and then they have all this draft capital in the next couple of years.
Oh, you think they're tanking?
They might be in a little bit of a rebuild. I mean, if I'm putting
Adam
on my...
Silver's going to call you.
He's like...
He is.
You take that back.
What do you know?
You take that back.
But, no, I mean, it's all lining up. Like, if you put on your general manager hat and you kind of see what their play is, like, they'll get a guy like Poole and then all these kind of mid-level guys and... Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're able to, help Poole out too. I mean, he's 24. He's still a young guy.
Do you think they can fix him, Davis?
I mean, I'm personally not going to say anything else about Poole, but I wish him the best. No, I wish him the best. This past season was not it for him, but I mean, you have to give him credit for all the other.
Definitely not.
Yeah, the 2 years ago he was amazing. I think this other. Yeah, he really. I thought he was amazing. I thought he was really good, which is why I felt like he needed a raise. But I think that all got to his head. I can keep talking, guys. I'm gonna stop talking though, because I can keep going off on basketball. But crazy day for trades.
Just waiting for Woj bombs at this point.
It is Woj bomb season.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's going to be Shefty bomb season.
Shefty bombs.
And then, speaking of Shefty bombs in that sport with football, what did you got today, Cienna?
Okay, guys. So I came across this on Twitter here, and I just need to know, how do you guys feel about this? This is Western Kentucky.
Oh, that's a college. I thought this
that
was
is a college.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like the San Francisco 49ers at first glance.
I can see that, Kyle. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. I don't know. It's different.
So what we were just looking at is the before and after of last season to this season, or this upcoming season. I do like the white.
The white
does
look nice, yeah.
It's a nice shade of white.
I think this is the old uniform as well on the field, and I mean it's pretty basic, and so is the new design. I
don't like this.
It's a little too plain, especially for college,
I just don't know why the stripes are so random.
Yeah. And college teams seem to be going with this trend of like retro, like moderns. It's kind of interesting. But then like you top that with like a chrome helmet and you're just like doing too much.
The thing that bothers me is the helmet's fine on its own, the jerseys are fine on their own. Together, it's a little different vibe. Like, it's going so modern for the helmet, and then it's so throwback for the jersey.
Exactly. And, I mean, sometimes combos work, and sometimes they don't. This combo, for some reason, for me, is not working. On the right,
I agree.
The red and black.
I agree with you, Kyle. Davis?
I like it better from the previous uniforms.
I mean,
from last year's?
From last year's uniforms. Looking at the before and after, and that, I mean... I think it's a little bit of an upgrade. I mean, that's for sure. It's always interesting to me to see how teams come up with new uniforms. Because, I mean, last year's uniform, they probably debuted that and it looked sick. It looked amazing. And then you compare it to this, that's clearly very different.
Right.
It's always just interesting to see the direction that teams are kind of going.
It looks like Western Kentucky wants to use more black with, like, the new uniforms. Like, there's, like, the black outlines and everything and the stripes. You can tell, like, halfway through that old uniform design, they're like, oh, let's do a blackout. But nothing else really kind of matched other than, like, certain things. So they wanted it to be more, like, meshed. But, I mean, I think the all red can look good.
I do like the helmets,
yeah,
I will say.
I do like helmets.
I like the helmets, too. They're a little flashy.
I think they're one of the few teams that still go chrome up top.
I like the chrome. That's
chrome
what
does
makes
look
it,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Now look at this and imagine UH green, though, right?
See, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
I'm in the camp of UH needs to bring back Kelly green as their primary green.
Ooh.
Because I think their current green is too dark. Like,
I agree.
It's a little dark, yeah.
It's very dark,
I think we can go a little brighter.
We can go with the black, all black uniforms like we always do now, which again, I'm in the camp of the retros forever, but with a little bit brighter green on everything, I think would make all the difference.
I can dig it.
Can you dig it, Davis?
I can dig it. I can dig it, Kyle.
Yeah, I can too, I guess.
But then here's the thing: we just need to go full retro night one time. White helmets, white pants.
Yeah, I think they should.
I mean, the baseball team has embraced their retro.
They really
with
have.
The orange,
yeah.
Which I think is probably one of the more unique color combos, and I think it works pretty slick.
Yeah, I like the white uniform a lot, and I mean for my college too, we would have white out, and because we had white helmets.
I like it.
Everything. I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just me, but white it makes it look like you're faster than if you're wearing like another color.
He's zooming.
Yeah, zooming in white. All right. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like whenever we had whiteout, it just looked better on film.
You feel a little bit slimmer too.
Yeah, a little bit slimmer.
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit slimmer. Looking back at that tape, I'm like, all right, I'm moving.
Quick with it. I'm moving.
We're moving, guys. So I can dig the white uniform. I think the red I'm a little iffy on. Overall, an upgrade from last year's, though. I would say that.
I will say my team
humble
used
opinion.
to do whiteouts, but my school had all blue, like royal blue helmets. So just
not a whiteout.
No, it didn't work. Definitely
really,
didn't work.
yeah.
It's not a whiteout.
We look like the University of Delaware out there.
Ooh, I could see that.
Yeah. So not the best whiteout like Linfield was, but
Linfield got them white helmets.
Speaking of blue helmets.
Oh boy.
This is another thing that I think you said you were not really a fan of.
Cienna,
so
tell us about
I saw
this
this
one.
yesterday morning and immediately sent it to these two. So the Detroit Lions just posted their new alternative helmets. So that's Aiden Hutchinson there.
97 in our heart.
97, yeah. Well, I have strong
Cienna,
opinions about it, but I have strong opinions about everything. So I want to know what you guys think about it.
I just think it's weird that the blue doesn't really match the blue on their jerseys. That's my first. That's my first thing.
David.
Yeah, I can see that too.
No, David.
Is that lions? Is that lion symbol? Is that just me, or is that a new?
No, it's their red. It's their old. It's their throwback logo.
It's the throwback. Yeah, so, that's what I thought.
From the patches on their jerseys, it looks like they're celebrating their 90th season, and I think that's the logo that they're kind of going with.
Right.
Yeah, which
I get it.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting that they would go with such a shiny helmet.
The thing. The blue, it's I don't know. It's the shininess of it, I think. That's what it is.
Yeah,
because the blue on the jersey is a different type of blue.
Yeah.
And there's like a sparkle to the helmets that just it really does look like girly.
Yeah. And like I guess like one of the design things are like, oh, we wanted to make it look like the body of a Ford like Mustang or whatever, like how you like airbrush it.
It does have that car.
Yeah, car vibe.
It does have that car appeal, based on the shininess.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan
for a football helmet, dog?
The fact that it just doesn't match the jersey is what's kicking me. And with the NFL rules, like alternate helmets can only go with alternate jerseys, so they're forced to wear it with the gray.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can go all blue one game, which might work for some people.
If it were a similar blue.
Yeah, if it's too shiny.
You have to be pretty much the exact same blue for it to look good.
Exactly.
And
like
that's just not going to happen.
Like you remember the old like LA Rams when like the helmet was like a completely different blue from the like on the jersey? That's what this is giving.
Totally.
Right now.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It is interesting whether it's professional or even college. I mean, we just saw that with the Western Kentucky helmets, is that everything's seeming like it's more shinier. You guys see that too?
I think that's like team's way of like being flashy.
Yeah.
But just because you make something shiny doesn't mean that it's giving flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like looks and trends come in waves because like do you remember in college football specifically there was everybody was doing neon, the neon wave.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And then it was the chrome helmet wave, the Oregon Duck look, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden everybody wanted to do blackout uniforms, all black.
Yeah.
And then like now a lot of teams are doing that, like, oh, we're going back to our old brighter colors.
Yeah.
It
right?
is different,
like Pitt or like in the NFL, the Chargers, they went back to the powders recently, right? So it's just like the trends of what everybody likes.
It does.
It's always changing.
I think it's personal preference.
Yeah. I'm just glad the Detroit Lions didn't do what like half of the other teams that got alternate helmets in the NFL last year and just went blackout. Yeah. Like at least they like put some thought into this, right?
Yeah. I completely agree. And yeah, I remember the color rush because we're not. I mean, it's not. I remember when it first started, they kind of went all out on the colors. Bright. Seahawks especially, they went with that very neon yellow colors, which I thought was a little. I kind of liked, and then I'm like, it seems a little bit much. It's
as the resident Seahawks fan in this show, I was not a fan of it at first. The all neon green look, with the full color rush. But recently, in the last couple seasons, they've done it where it's like the blue Seahawks helmet, the green jersey, blue pants.
Yes.
And it actually kind of works. Yeah. Because it's not so much
at you.
In your face. But no, I think done right, it can look good. But like the color rush, some of them look cool. Like who is it? The Titans. Yeah. I thought their baby blues looked really good.
Yeah, baby blues. Nice.
And then the Jaguars. Jeez, that was a rough one. The mustards.
Yeah.
The mustard.
That was tough to watch.
That was a tough color rush game. But no, what a throwback. R.I.P. the color rush games on the NFL.
Yeah,
I know. Those were the days.
Yeah, that were the days.
Yeah, those were the days. Well, guys, that was I mean, we got NBA, we got local boys heading to UH.
Got some uniform news.
Had to.
All right.
What happened?
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, since we're on the topic of uniforms, guys, let's go back to the islands. And, we're talking about football season's almost coming up. High school football season is almost coming up.
Yep,
and I feel like Hawaii as a state has some of the more unique uniforms in high school football anywhere. So I want to ask you guys, what are one of your favorites and one of your least favorite uniforms here in Hawaii?
Oh, man, Kyle.
I know. We're going to ruffle some feathers with this one.
I know.
But, Davis, I will give you the nod. One of your favorite ones coming up.
I think one of my favorites is the team right behind you, Kyle.
Them boys?
The Kahuku. Go Red Raiders. Yeah, I don't know. I like the all red. I'm very, we were talking about, the not as much Western Kentucky, but their red really was popping out to me. And I kind of like the all red from them too.
I mean, it's iconic.
It is.
Yeah,
when you think about
iconic.
It.
Yeah, Red Raiders. You gotta go. I'm a fan.
It's just so simple that it's so simple but so good. I agree with you.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, that's my pick. Least favorite. I have to think. Maybe Kamehameha. Throwing it out there.
Is it just because it's just kind of. Kamehameha reminds me of the New York Yankees. Well, not just because their colors are pretty similar. Yes. It's just that they don't take many risks.
No, we're not changing nothing.
No, they've stayed the same since King Kamehameha himself was on the gridiron or something. I don't know.
They're very old school.
They are very old school. and traditional.
Very old school. Wow, Kyle, you just made a lot of enemies there.
Probably. It's a joke. We're fun. We're having fun. Hey.
But yeah, those are my picks. What about you guys? Cienna?
Okay,
what
so
you got?
my favorite, hands down, from the moment I saw them, I like Waipahu. I love their uniforms. I told Kyle from day one, they're my favorite uniforms.
They're so clean.
It's so clean, and it's so just old school football, just down dirty football, just a dark blue, the darkest of blues. And then
you're definitely not into flashy stuff.
No, I like hit the ground running football. We gotta go.
A little bit of flash though too, because it's a pretty bright gold.
That gold
on the letters
beautiful.
And numbers.
And that's what I like about it is it has a best of both worlds feel. The gold, just it's accents of gold. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
we don't want too much, and so that's why they're my favorite.
And it's just all around the pants match, the jersey
everything matches.
It's so I totally
the helmet
agree.
By itself, I would buy it right now. I want one on my desk. I want a Marauders helmet. If you're watching, I do. I just love the decal, and then it's just the right amount of gold. Yeah, that's my favorite.
A perfect one.
And my least favorite. And the thing is, I like their jerseys in general. So it's Aiea. I like Aea's jerseys. I like their colors too. They're green, saucy. I just like, it's very Michigan State green. Just this is who we
right,
are. Yeah. The only problem is sometimes they be wearing the neon pink jerseys.
Yeah.
And those I'm not a fan of. I do not like those. It's just, and that's the thing, it's not only neon pink, they just pair it with a weird shade of white.
Yeah.
That it's like it just throws me off.
It's like
so
the pink
I'm just
bleeds
not
into
sure.
the white.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's playing right now. So it's not a bad uniform. It's just I just don't like when they wear pink. That's it.
No, I agree. And it's like maybe for one game.
Yes. They wore it like 4 games.
They wore it into the OA title game.
Yes, they
because
did.
it was still in October.
They did.
Yeah.
Which great cause.
Which is
it's a good cause. You got to rep the pink, but maybe not that much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Someone spent money on it. They had to use it. I get it.
Right.
It's not my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting picks.
These are not controversial picks by any means. I don't think. My favorite.
All right, sports reporter. Yeah.
My favorite
sports
this
reporter.
season. I think I'm gonna fake out a lot of fans by this, but I'm going Outer Island. I'm going to the KIF. I'm going to the Kapa'a Warriors. I think they have the nicest looking uniforms right now by far. So
I like it.
When they're at home, they have the old school Kelly green helmets. They have the Warrior logo. They go all green head to toe. It's clean. It's like, those like simple Adidas uniforms where it's just the numbers and the name. And like maybe a little something on the shoulder.
Oh, man.
It's clean. And then they have the all white, which totally works. And what I noticed they have a black uniform, which actually works really well with the green helmet because there's enough green in it.
I like that. I could dig that.
I forgot about Kapa'a.
Yeah. And then if you remember that game, speaking of uniform matchups against Waipahu in States, they had a green helmet, white jersey, black pants combo, and it still kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe this isn't a good comparison, but it's just in my head because of my little brother. He's a Jets fan. But when the Jets do that combo, it actually kind of works for me. So I would say Kapa'a right now is one of my favorite uniforms.
Good one. Good
and
choice.
Again, this one probably will stir up some controversy.
Tell us.
Especially
I'm ready.
because of where
this is
I
big
was
from HNN Sports Reporter right now.
Can't believe I'm about to say this, but last year's Mililani Trojans uniform by far was not my favorite. I'm sorry, Coach Rod. I'm sorry, Auntie.
Wow.
I'm sorry for the boys in Mehiula Parkway, but
you are not going to be welcome back there.
We strayed away. This started back when I was in high school, going into my junior year. We strayed away from the brown and gold. We strayed away from what I thought looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like we basically look like Wyoming. Like,
yes.
So, and those
very
colors can work. Yeah, very Paniolo of us. But my junior year of high school, we moved to all white helmets, yellow jerseys, white pants.
Okay.
And then our roads were all white. And that was saucy, but like we kind of abandoned the brown and gold.
The brown's pretty much gone.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. And then they've gone through a series of like we wore all black, we wore all yellow. This season we wore all yellow again, but it was a bright, like almost neon.
Yeah,
highlighter.
It was really
highlighter.
Yeah.
It was highlighter.
And you just match that with the all-white helmet.
Oh, I didn't know who was playing.
Right.
I was like, this is not Mililani. This is not the Mililani I know.
No, exactly not. And I was just like, I remember I went to the first game of the season to go shoot it, and they walked out onto the field, and I was like, this is what we're going with this year?
I was shocked, too.
I was like, whoa, this is bright.
Yeah.
This is really bright. But I will say, I'm pretty sure I've heard rumblings that Brown might be coming back. My sources,
Kyle.
my inside
Your sources are telling you?
I hope and I pray, like, we can keep the white helmet. Wyoming still has a white helmet.
Yeah.
But, like,
I do think, I hope the brown comes back.
I know.
It makes you guys so different.
Right. And, like, just, we've gone through our phase of wanting to be bright and out there and, like, all white helmets. We need to get back to what, like, Mililani is kind of known for, right? When you have like the brown and gold as the prominent, not gold and white.
Yeah.
And I will die on that hill every time.
No,
as
I
a
agree
proud
with you.
alumni. Sorry, you guys had to listen to that rant. That one came from the heart.
Dang, Kyle.
I know. Those are your people.
Those are my people. I'm sorry, guys.
Go boys.
But somebody had to say it.
Someone had to.
Wow.
This is like an intervention.
It's better you say it than I say, you know?
I know.
That's true.
It's the worst coming from an outsider.
Exactly.
You know.
It had to be done. Had to be done.
Kyle.
Back in the day, actually, Milani had a yellow helmet, which
I think I've seen videos of that.
Old school, like 90s, 80s. Kind of saucy too.
Bring it back, maybe?
Bring it back?
Maybe a little yellow, brown, yellow. SpongeBob.
That's a little
yellow. I don't know
SpongeBob.
about that.
Little SpongeBob action.
Okay, SpongeBob look.
Little SpongeBob action, and then we play IA in October. It's SpongeBob and Patrick.
I'm here for that.
Wow.
The SpongeBob Bowl.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, the Bubble Bowl.
The Bubble Bowl. And then you play again when they wear pink.
Yeah. Well, now that we got all of our not anger, but we vented out a little bit about our uniform issues. I think that's a good word to use. I think that was a fun episode.
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
good,
guys.
Super fun. I mean, what a journey. What a journey we always go on in these episodes. we got all over the place, and then we somehow
land.
Yeah, we somehow land. Davis, you'll be going on vacation next week?
I'll be going on vacation, so you guys will just be seeing these two next week.
Oh boy.
I'm looking forward to watching that while I am gone and see what you two talk about.
Davis,
yeah, we need the guy to help us stay on track. But
I'm looking forward to it, guys. You got
maybe we'll have a guest.
Maybe,
so who knows?
We'll see. If we have a guest, that definitely helps. We'll see. But no, enjoy your time off, dude.
Thank you, sir.
You deserve it.
Thank you, sir. Yep.
You deserve it. And if you are spending some time off and anytime soon, you should check out this episode wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcasts, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and be sure to check out the video version of this on the HNN YouTube channel.
Yep.
That has been another episode of HNN Overtime. Thanks so much for listening or watching. Aloha.